You already know what this video is about. Unfortunately, EDC Las Vegas 2021 has now been officially rescheduled to October later this year. I just got this huge email. Squall also posted this on different social media sites and whatnot to say, summing it up, I'm sorry to say that EDC Las Vegas needs to move to October. In this message, which is a bit of a long message, he goes on to say, today, Clark County, home of EDC and the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, passed a reopening plan that requires 60% of their residents to be vaccinated before restrictions over large-scale gatherings, such as EDC, can be lifted. Unfortunately, the rate at which people get vaccinated before EDC is out of our control. It might happen in time, it might not. Either way, we cannot take that risk. And this is something I saw happening for a while. I mean, I did a video about Electric Forest, saying they're probably going to push it back to August. And if you think about it, Electric Forest is still a ways away from their typical date, yet EDC was still trying to do it in May. Now, granted, I think Vegas is a little bit more open than the rest of the country if you look at the different areas, but even still, especially for a massive event like EDC, this is something that, honestly, I was just waiting for it to happen. I had a bunch of people hit me up saying, hey, Mark, EDC is still happening in May. It's definitely still happening. And I'm like, I mean, it sounds promising, but at least at the time of this video, it's only about a month away, and yes, more vaccinations are happening. Vaccination rollouts have been speeding up tremendously, which is amazing. I actually just got my second vaccine yesterday, got the Pfizer, and I'm super pumped, because that means in about a week or two, I can now fully go out. I'm fully ready to go. However, a lot more people need to be vaccinated, and I think the problem with EDC happening near the end of May is it's still too soon. Like he said, there might be enough people that are vaccinated and EDC could still happen, but it also could not, and either way, he doesn't want to take that risk. And I think this was the smartest move. Don't get me wrong, I feel like all of us cannot wait to finally go back out and go to an event again, or go to a bar and grab a drink at the bar and not have to, like, sit in this weird cubicle. I did this before in LA where I sat in some weird glass cubicle and now the person come to me with, like, a crazy face shield and all this kind of stuff. All of us cannot wait to get back to normalcy. But for me, I'm gonna be honest, I'm happy about this because if someone came to me saying, hey, Mark, you can either go to EDC in May, but there's gonna be all these restrictions, social distancing, masks, there's gonna be all these different guidelines you have to follow, or you could do it in October, so you have to wait a little bit, but there's going to be less restrictions, I'd be like, you know what? Much rather do October. To the EDC that we all know and love, rather than go to an EDC with all these rules and have to worry about where I am and being socially distant and all these kind of things that come with the pandemic that we've all been living through. I'm actually very happy about this. And I know for a lot of people who've booked their accommodations already, hotels, you know, flights, getting time off work, it is annoying that you're like, shoot, I now have to take time off work again. I now have to contact the hotel and switch my reservation. I have to change my flights. And I know that's annoying. I actually think this is the best overall move, and I'm really happy they're doing this. Because I feel like, being honest, EDC in October is just gonna be at a way better scale. I mean, hey, it might even be almost completely back to normal, as opposed to in May, it's so new that there were definitely gonna be a bunch of guidelines we would all have to follow. And the last thing you want to do, and for me, myself, the last thing I'd want to do is to be, let's say, at one of the stages and be partying and someone comes up saying, hey, sir, sorry, you're too close to the stage, or you have to do this, you have to do that. I just want to be able to go to the EDC that we all know and love and just enjoy it and not think about everything that's been going on. Nonetheless, though, I cannot wait for October now. It's going to be happening, as I say, the new dates are October 22nd to the 24th. Your ticket will be automatically transferred to the new dates. If you need to get a refund, please click here. They will give you a refund. They could even transfer it, potentially, I think, maybe even forward to 2022. Let's say even still, you're like, yeah, you know what? October's still too soon. I mean, I feel like by October, especially with the vaccine rollout going so well and everything, and I know a lot of people are disappointed. I am too. I feel like it's the definition of cognitive dissonance, where on one end, I'm like, oh my God, I was just so excited for May to finally be able to go out and finally be able to experience another music festival. But on the other end, I'm like, you know what though? I'm glad that at least in October, we're all going to be there at EDC, at the Speedway, having an amazing time and not worrying about any of this.